Aloha, konnichiwa, hi. So just so you all know, this isn't the 5K special. It's one of the many things that I'm doing to celebrate hitting 5K on this channel, but it's not the special video. That one should be coming like next week, hopefully. This is probably going to be the very last Q&A video that I do until like December, because I've been doing these for every single milestone that I've been hitting lately. And I'm sure they're getting pretty old and redundant and repetitive. Anyway, I collected basically all of the questions listed underneath that post I made on my community tab, and I'm just gonna take my time and make sure I give every single question a decent answer. You don't have to like this video or anything, I know it's nothing really special, but I mean, hey, if you want to put it on in the background and go do the dishes or play with your dog or vacuum your refrigerator, then by all means, go for it. But with all that out of the way, let's get started. Todd wants to know what my best video is. Todd, if I'm being honest, I hate all of my videos. I'm kidding, by the way. Look, I enjoy making content, but it's so hard to pick and choose which video is my favorite because I don't really watch my content. I just try to avoid my content. You guys like it, which is great. That's fine, and I'm happy making it. Like, it makes me happy, but I just can't watch it. And I think 90% of all content creators on YouTube will probably tell you the same thing. They try very hard to avoid watching their own content. But if you want me to give you an answer, Todd, I think the most fun I've ever had working on a video would be my current channel trailer. You know, the one with Jesus popping out of the sky. That video had a budget and it was very fun to edit, and I had a great time making it. I'd say that's my favorite video right now. Some of you probably thought I was going to say the icebergs, but they're not my favorites. I think the random shitposts are my favorites, and that channel trailer with Jesus Christ popping in was very fun to make, and I think is my favorite. Do you believe that the bubonic plague pandemic was necessary for some of the advancements in medical science we have achieved? How much do you think the Black Death impacted history, and would our world be the same without it? Also, are plague doctors cool? Answer honestly. So, okay, I believe that things sometimes happen for a reason. Our ancestors weren't exactly as knowledgeable or full of common sense as we currently are today, even though I think most of the world's population lacks a lot of common sense, but I digress. Back then, cleanliness wasn't most people's strong suit or even a priority. You know, people failed to wash their hands or clean up their houses or just do basic hygiene. Now, I do believe the Black Plague was ultimately terrible. I mean, tons and tons of people dying isn't necessarily a positive thing. It's awful. I think 1/3 of the population of humans, like, just died because of the bubonic plague. But I believe that the disease taught a lot of people to take better care of themselves. Like, people started washing their hands, cleaning up their houses, cleaning the streets to keep the rats away. And I read somewhere that like ships that were coming in and out of Italy had to quarantine for like 40 days. Like, I do think that the disease also brought out the crazy religious genes in people. Like, people thought that the plague was a punishment from God, and I think people started murdering others after that. Ultimately, if the plague didn't happen, in my opinion, I think something far greater or worse would have happened. Something that would definitely wipe out our race. There's good and bad to the plague. I think a lot of bad happened because of the plague, but I do think it helped a little bit in educating people about health, cleanliness. Yeah, there's good and bad to everything, but what an awful time to be alive. And in regards to plague doctors, I think the aesthetic is cool. Hopefully that was a good enough answer. I'm sorry if it sucked. 3 today. Ooh, okay, Owl, I got you. First one. Honest opinion on my content. Owl, if you want me to be honest, I think your content's great. I enjoyed the music reviews a lot. I know you and I always talk about music in the Discord server. Link in the description below if you want to join. I have a blast talking about music, and it's so good to hear another person's opinions on my favorite music. And I also enjoy the commentaries as well. And I really enjoy the confidence in your voice. Like, for example, your video on Sky Sports YouTube channel. I don't know why, but like the enthusiasm in your voice, like it made the video super enjoyable to watch. Like, something I lack is enthusiasm in my voice. You know, I'm pretty monotone. I don't really show emotions, and that's simply because I think emotions are for the weak, and I'm built like a fucking bullet. I don't know. I don't like showing emotions, but like the enthusiasm, like I admire it a lot, and I wish I had that. Just keep up the great work, man. You have something good going on right now. You have over 100 subscribers, and you put out great content. Next question. When is the new Water on Red album dropping? All right. God, you really want me to give you a release date on a third album? Okay. I don't know when this video's coming out. It might be the 11th. It might be sooner. Yeah, so Water on Red is my band. It's a fun time. We're about to drop our third album quite soon. I can't give a date yet. Like, I have a date in my head, and I've talked to Saoirse about it. I think we both know when the album is going to come out, but we want to save it for when we're ready to announce the album. end the track list and the music video for the title track comes out as well. Like all that's going to happen in one day. Look, let's just say you're not going to be waiting long to hear new music. My final answer is 7. Final question, will you ever make a content cop style video on Jake Lucky? Oh my god. So I've talked about making some sort of content cop, commentary crusade style video with a few of my commentary YouTube friends about Jake Lucky, but I have no idea if it will ever happen. Like, I'm not going to promise anything. I'm not saying it's ever going to happen or if it won't happen or whatever. I'm not a super big fan of Jake Lucky either, but at the same time, YouTube is a completely different climate now. Like, if it was 2016 and I was, 16-year-old edgy me making shitty commentary videos with that $50 microphone I used to own.
Oh, of a beat, and all I do is just speak gibberish.
I would have had like a content cop commentary crusade-esque video out on him already. In fact, I probably would have had 5 out because I'm a sellout. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I like to keep an open mind, but I don't really know if it's worth talking about. Alyssa wants to know, is there a new hobby that I've always wanted to pick up, like dancing, cross stitch, or fire spinning? I could vouch. That last one is super fun. Oh god. Oh great. Yeah, we're just gonna be blurry the entire time. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when my camera used to focus on me, but now I'm stressed out. So fire spinning looks incredible, but knowing my stupid ass, I'd accidentally light myself on fire. Props to you and every other person on this planet who has the balls to partake in the art of fire spinning. It does look super fun though, but again, I'm stupid. I might light myself on fire and die. You want me to be honest? I'd love to learn a new language. Like, I took French in high school, but that really didn't stick with me. Last year while I was, god damn it. Last year while I was recovering from a broken jaw injury, I started learning Russian. Obviously, I couldn't speak it because I had a broken jaw at the time. My jaw was wired shut, couldn't open it, couldn't do anything. But I was like learning how to read it and learning Cyrillic, and it was a lot of fun, but I ended up discontinuing my lessons. Kind of wish I didn't give up on Russian because it's such a cool language. But learning a new language is so difficult for me because I easily just lose interest in it. But if I could like apply myself and focus a little bit harder, maybe I can learn. I don't know. You know what, screw the new language. Can you just teach me how to fire spin? Can we do that? Can we set that up? Oh god, Q's yelling at me. Why aren't you in the gym, John? Alright, listen, Q. Listen, Mr. Iceland. I'm on that home workout grind right now, okay? What kind of content did you want to make when you first came onto YouTube? Okay. This is gonna sound so stupid. When I first came onto YouTube, so like when I was 11, I wanted to make sketches like Smosh. But soon after, I actually wanted to be a Call of Duty YouTuber. I wanted to be like the next Team Martin, like providing tips and news on all of the new Call of Duty games and stuff. Sadly, the Call of Duty dream just never worked out for me, but hey, look at me now. I'm still using Call of Duty gameplay in my videos, except instead of talking about the new Call of Duty game or the news or anything revolving around the franchise, I'm talking about the latest e-celeb selling fart jars. Oh, have the mighty have fallen. Where do you get the ideas for the poll questions? Okay, that's a good question. I ask myself a majority of these poll questions in my head every single day. Like, the Auntie Anne's pretzel poll that I did like a while ago. I was in the mall, actually I think it was in the mall last week or whatever, with some friends of mine, and I noticed the Auntie Anne's pretzel stand, and I was like, I wonder how many people really enjoy these pretzels. I mean, I do, but maybe there's some people out there that don't. 90% of the poll questions just come from me noticing shit in my real life and wondering how people feel about it. The other 10% I probably steal from online. How tall are you? You want to know how tall I am? How tall do you think I am? How big is your team of lawyers? Because mine is still waiting on yours. Okay, listen here, Mr. Iceland. Are we really still at war over the nose-picking, scratching scandal, whatever you want to call it? Bring it on, Mr. Ice Island Man. My massive team of lawyers will dominate you, and by massive, I mean it's just one guy, and he's probably high right now. God. How do you feel about only really getting a lot of views on the iceberg videos? Honestly, I think I actually get a lot of views on all of my content. I mean, if you want to be technical, yeah, I get like over 20k views on all of the icebergs I make. Like, for some reason, people really enjoy those videos, but without those icebergs, people would not be checking out my other content. Like, prior to uploading my first iceberg, the iCarly one or whatever, my regular content would average between 40 and 70 views. Now, anything not iceberg related goes like over 100, 200, sometimes 700. And sometimes we even crack 1,000 views in rare cases. I don't want to be known as the iceberg guy, but I'm just happy that people love those videos, and a new viewer sees one of my icebergs in their recommended section. If they like that iceberg, they're gonna subscribe. And if they subscribe, they might check out my channel and see what else I upload, and they might fall in love with some of my other content. I just think that's cool. Where do you get your ideas from videos? Okay, that's a good question. It depends on the video, Mojo. Like when it comes to just commentary videos, I usually pull from websites like Exerto or Drama Alert, and sometimes Twitter too. But when I look for a video topic, I look for something that, one, captures my attention, and two, is just so stupid that I have to talk about it. When it comes to icebergs, it usually depends on what I feel like watching. Like, I always do icebergs on TV shows that I'm currently watching. So the last, like, 5 icebergs or whatever, besides the Adult Swim one, those were shows I was watching at the time. What's your favorite type of toilet paper? Okay, this is gonna be controversial. 2-ply toilet paper, okay? I always used to hate taking shits at my ex-girlfriend's house because her house always had 4-ply toilet paper, and I don't enjoy using the equivalent of a bedsheet to wipe my bum. Plus, I own a bidet now, so like I don't even need a ton of toilet paper anymore anyway. Like I think at that point, like having like a thick sheet of toilet paper is just wasteful. I don't need a lot because the bidet does all the work. Finally, will you ever make a video of purely eating a bowl of cereal again? Yeah, so I know I tell you guys all the time, I've been on the platform since 2011, and I've made a lot of videos. I would say I've made over 1,000 videos in the past 10 years of my life. And I know it doesn't seem like it because, you know, on this channel, I only have 400 something videos available. That's because I deleted a lot of my videos. It's very rare that I keep an old video up, and eating cereal, which is on this channel, just so happens to be one of the few videos that still remain from my old catalog. So like if you, god damn it, I mean, if this video gets 30 likes, okay? And I see a ton of comments, like a ridiculous amount of comments, begging me to make a sequel to my infamous cereal video, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I'll make it horrible. God, these questions are really good. Favorite music genre? Favorite music genre is gonna have to be metal for me, or anything in like the heavy sphere, like metalcore, deathcore, hardcore. Sometimes I'll play grindcore whenever I drive by a retirement home just to make sure that the older generations understand that the future is now and that I am a dominant threat. That being said, I do also enjoy pop, like, you know, Ariana Grande, Shawn Mendes. Like, I enjoy that kind of music too. Pop, punk, electronic, alternative. I really enjoy all genres of music except bro country. And by bro country, I'm talking about Florida Georgia Line, Luke Bryan. Anything in the modern country sphere I cannot fucking get into. In fact, it hurts my brain. It's not my thing. Like, Johnny Cash is the only person in the country world that I enjoy listening to. PlayStation, Xbox, or PC? Okay, I was always primarily a PlayStation and PC player up until about a year ago when I decided to become a full-time PC user. I've never owned an Xbox. Not that I dislike Xbox or anything. I just grew up around Sony consoles. Like, I had almost every single PlayStation console. But moving to PC was honestly the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. I mean, I not only get to play PC exclusive games, but I also get to enjoy Xbox's catalog of games. Like, I never got to play through Halo when I was a kid because I owned a PlayStation. Now that I'm on PC, I'm playing Halo, and it's a great time. But not only that, I still get a decent selection of PlayStation games because PlayStation is now moving some of their exclusive titles to Steam. Like, Spider-Man's coming out, I think God of War is on there. I think that's fantastic. I think the best part is that I don't have to pay like $60 for a subscription every single year to play online. I can play for free. The only downside is that I have to make my PlayStation friends get on Discord in order to talk and play with me if we decide to do like crossplay. But once Discord calls become available for PlayStation, I'm sure they won't mind it as much. Oh boy, we got multiple questions here too. Favorite Motionless in White album plus favorite song for them. Okay, favorite Motionless album has got to be Creatures. Like, I know a lot of people think that Creatures is very overrated and not as phenomenal as some of their records like Reincarnate or Graveyard Shift or even Scoring, but Creatures is like nostalgic to me. Like, it was my first MIW record. Like, I was like 10 or 11 when that record dropped. I have it signed on my shelf over there. It's one of the very few records where I could easily listen to the entire thing front to back without skipping a track. I'm gonna have to go with Creatures. Favorite MIW song? I have a few. Abigail, because that was my first introduction to the band. I was also a big fan of The Crucible, which is what the song is based on. Another Life, which I just relate to the song a lot. Headache 2, The Seventh Circle, like, that's a classic song. Ghost in the Mirror, Immaculate, Fatal, Black Damask, Cinematic, I mean, dare I go on? If you want to know my favorites on like Scoring the End of the World, right now I'm really digging Porcelain, Burned at Both Ends too. Cyberhex, and definitely Werewolf. Which, by the way, if we don't get a music video for Werewolf, I'm gonna lose my shit. Favorite Bring Me the Horizon album and favorite song from them? Oh my lord. Oh god, favorite Bring Me the Horizon album? It's either gotta be Sempiternal or That's the Spirit. I do love their early work a lot though too. Like I will throw on Pray for Plagues whenever I drive by a retirement home because I like to assert my dominance to the older generations and I want them to know that I am a threat. I think Ammo gets a lot of shit too. Like, Ammo's a great album. If you haven't listened to Ammo, give it a shot. It's great. My favorite song is either Sleepwalking, Avalanche, One by One, or Crucify Me. One of those four. I don't know. I can't decide. Favorite My Chemical Romance album and favorite song by them. Oh god, these are so hard. I can't decide. I gotta say 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. In terms of favorite songs by them, I mean, The Ghost of You, I Don't Love You, I'm Not Okay, and their latest single, The Foundations of Decay, that's a good track. Ooh, there's even more questions. Have you ever seen your favorite band live? Okay, yes. I've seen my top 2 favorite bands live, Motionless live, and I've seen Bad Omens live. Saw them both at Warped. I think I actually have an old video on this channel that's still up of me recording Bad Omens performing at Warped 2017. I think I still have footage of Motionless performing somewhere on my computer. I have to find it. I never got to see him though, which kinda sucks, but it is what it is. Opinion of you? Okay, Bedrock. Bedrock, honestly, you seem like a very nice and super kind person. I think you're outstanding, and I hope positive things happen to you in your life. Just keep being awesome. Most down bad moment? Okay, Brett. Most down bad moment was when Amaranth commented on that one video I made about her, and I ended up asking her if she wanted to go out. I'm a sad man. I think I covered every single question. If not, I'm really sorry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know these videos aren't really super exciting. Thank you guys for 5K. Again, I'm not going to do another one of these Q&A videos till like the end of the year. I do have an actual like 5K special coming up like hopefully next week if it gets done fast enough. Now stay tuned for that. But with all that said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and please, no kissing before marriage.